because too that you got to get your That wasn't the plan for my first moto vlog, was it? Crappy audio. It's not how the pros do it. Alright. Let's turn it down. No, it's turned up. Let's turn down. It's better. Minus. See how that goes. Okay, Tom. Ventured out the day before and did some testing, make sure everything was working correctly as it should. You can see here, there's no dramas, everything was smooth as. Let's see, I don't know how quiet it is. The camera shakes around a lot. We'll see, we don't know, it might work out alright. It might work out alright, it might not, but there's only one way to find out, isn't there? Let's go up here anyway. Look! Look at that now, see? Now I've got the camera that keeps falling over. Hang on. Fuck's sake. Don't know how it's going to go. See how that goes. Camera's not too good there, is it? Gonna have to just keeps wobbling forward. Might have to put some tape on it or something. Things the camera keeps moving. I don't know if you can even hear me. The ladder's all in his helmet. Anyway, we'll have a look. It's probably just going to be yelling and screaming type shit. Might try and put it back up the top here when I get to this spot here and see what happens there. It might not blow around as much. Put it up here, see what happens. You know what I mean? Because that other way was shit. That other way. That other way kept falling down. So yeah, this goes. I don't know if it's going to be any better. You see, I understand my frustration a bit. As you know, if you've watched other vlogs, I've got pretty well screwed hips, and sitting on this bike in a certain way, I'm riding around in pain. I took 4 Panadols before I took this bike out for a bit of a spin, so yeah, it just gets a bit sore. So not only am I getting a bit annoyed from the camera screwing up, going everywhere, I'm doing it in bulk pain. So just, yeah, it feels like someone's stabbing me in the groin with knives. But anyway, we'll continue on, see how it goes. I was feeling a little bit confident that I might have fixed it here, but keep watching. Jacket's filling up with air. Fucking hell, mate. It's a nightmare. Camera's fucking wobbling around. Fucking camera's wobbling around. Look at it. It's fucking wobbling back forwards, mate. Fucking shit. Hard enough riding without fucking grabbing all fucking cameras and looking after fucking microphones and all that other shit. Well, this is my attempt at trying to do a vlog on a motorbike. So what we're going to do is we might have to figure it all out. But like we always say, we don't quit, even though this is like shit. I just thought it'd be a bit different, you know, something for a change.
take his first scooter around on the old bike, see what it's like. I'm probably shouting now, probably shouting anyway, so he probably can't even hear me. But we'll see, who knows. Camera. It'll have to be down here on that angle, because I can't if it doesn't go one way, it goes the other way, you know what I mean? It's ridiculous. But I don't know if you can even hear me on the camera. It's loud, I can't even hear myself speak. Anyway, it's hard to ride with my hips are aching too. So I try and move my leg on the bike. And it just gets stabbing pain. It's sad, you know. I love riding, but I'm not sure if the old hips handle it anymore, you know. This camera's definitely not handling it anymore, that's for sure. Well, that's the thing. If you don't want to worry about all your problems, hop on a motorbike with the camera moving around, sore hips, that keeps jumping out of fourth gear. What else is there? There's all these things. I'm not worried about anything else at the moment because I've got all these other problems going on. Anyway, it is what it is. Anyway, that was the dry run the day before to see how it all goes with the camera and everything else, and as you can see it went quite well, didn't it? Now we're just going to head off to Inverloch and go for a bit of a ride around there, and we'll have a bit of a chat, enjoy the rest of the vlog, and we've got some information at the end of the video you might like. Yeah, I'll pull over and I'll put the camera on the top and I'll put it at the front, and then that way you can have a bit of a squiz. Yeah, how's this place? Hey, this is a gorgeous place. This is a ripper of a place. Sensational. I'll have to find somewhere to pull over here. You have to pull over here. Well, here we are. You've all been here before. Try and get you off this. Try and get you off of here, but you've all been here before. You have a look at that. Look at that now, would you? What a place. Eh? Come here for a swim tomorrow. Go for a bit of a swim. Eh? What a ripper joint. Anyway, yeah, I might go in there. Some people having a bit of a fish. You can't see that, but anyway, what I might do is I'll move the camera around a bit, put it on the front, and then you go from there. How's that then? You get to drive around with me in Inverloch. That's at the front. The camera's shaking around a bit, but there's not much I can do about it, unfortunately. I haven't got a very good mount, so best I can do. I think I might need to tune it down a bit, but I think I need to change the angle. Pointing a bit too much in the sky. Well, I might be alright. Might be alright. I'm not sure, to be honest with you. shaking around up there though, that's, I know that much. Might put it in a different spot again. Might pull over here. This is Inverloch anyway. Yeah, see what happens? It always happens on a motorbike. If people just try and do U-turns in front of you, they don't give a shit. Go down here somewhere, we'll go to the boat ramp. There's a boat ramp here. They have this boat ramp going around back to front, but I guess that's all because it makes it easy for the boats. Alright, this is Inverloch. We're just gonna go for a cruise around, check it out a little bit. It's the main town of Inverloch. So anyway, riding also takes my mind off of things as well, overthinking things, because we always overthink a lot of stuff. Everyone does, mate. Again, I'm no doctor, but I think the whole issue with mental problems is we think things are happening. Basically, we create our own reality. So we start creating our own reality, start thinking about things. We think it's real when it's not real. It's whatever we imagine is real. So if we imagine something, then that's real. Because when you think about things, that's what's happening in your head. That's what's making reality. When you're thinking about something, that's reality for you. That's your reality, not anyone else's reality. So just keep that in mind as well. Your reality can change in a heartbeat. Like I can go to bed one night feeling great, you know, wake up in the morning feeling totally different. How's that work? I haven't done anything different. All I've done is gone to sleep and then I've woken up again. I'll tell you how it works, because I might have had a dream overnight that I can't remember. This influenced my subconscious mind, or I might have had one first thought that I can't remember what the thought was as soon as I woke up, which influenced how I feel. Because don't forget, your thoughts, when you think about something, it changes everything. It changes your chemical makeup in your body. Your chemical makeup will change to whatever you're thinking about. So if you're happy, your body will start producing chemicals to make you feel happy. If you're sad, same thing. Your body will start producing chemicals to make you feel sad, like feeling, the actual feeling of your body, you know. If you feel depressed, you know, if you're thinking depressive things, if you're thinking stuff that's bad or down, what happens is your body starts producing chemicals so you feel down and you feel depressed. That's what it does, and then it's hard to get out of because you're feeling like it. And when you feel depressed and you're feeling down, then your brain starts thinking you're depressed and you're down, and it's just a big circle. You know, it just keeps going around and around, which makes it really hard to get out. So that's why it's very important to break that cycle, that pattern. It's an important thing to do. You know, it's like me riding this bike. You know, and you hear that from a lot of people that ride bikes often. You know, I like riding bikes, it helps me with my depression. Or I like riding bikes because it helps me. And the reason why it helps you is because it's taking your mind off what you're thinking about, obviously, right? It's obvious, and I know most people know this anyway. I'm just trying to confirm it to people that, you know, have trouble breaking the pattern. So I understand people know it. I know people aren't stupid. But, you know, like you ride a motorbike, you don't think about anything else but surviving, you know, or enjoying yourself, like taking the next bend. It's awesome, you know, you like it, right? It takes your mind off what you're thinking about. And then when you come home, you feel a little bit better because you've broken the pattern, right? Well, you can do that anywhere. It doesn't have to be on a motorbike. All you got to do is have a trigger to change how you think. All you got to do is have something that you can say to change how you're thinking, and you've got to be aware that you're thinking of it as well, so when you start thinking a bit shit, you start thinking bad thoughts or hearing bad things, you break the pattern. Now, the whole idea of this vlog for me today, because I've been doing this recently, it's been fantastic. I always call, and if you've listened to a lot of my other vlogs, my episodes that I have, I often call my mind the computer. It's like the human computer, obviously. Whatever you put in it, you're programming it, right? So if you're listening to crap, it's programming. Even if you don't agree with it, it's still going into your hard drive, right? If you eat things, it's going into your body. But we're talking about the mind at this. Well, even if you eat things and it goes into your body, you're eating something bad. Subconsciously, that's going into your mind. You're eating crap, right? So everything you do, every little thing you do is programming your computer. Everything. So it's what you listen to, what you see, what you do, you act, how you act. It's all programming your computer, right? Your mind. That's why I'm very careful of what I listen to, what I eat, and sometimes I've got to be honest with you. Like, I eat a lot. I enjoy eating, and my discipline when it comes to eating is I have to improve on that big time. Like, I'm very disciplined in most things, and I do a lot of things that most people don't do. Like, I'll only eat once a day. I will do some of the things you see on the vlog when I don't want to. I'll make vlogs when I don't feel like doing them. I miss out on a lot of things, like I don't eat chocolate. And anyway, I'm not going to go through everything that I do in this one vlog, but I'm very disciplined, more than most when it comes to a lot of things. All right. The reason for that is because I'm reprogramming my mind from my old self to my new self. My new self is Saunders, and I'm reprogramming myself to become Saunders and stay Saunders. And while I'm doing that, I'm making these vlogs to try and help you, give you the tips to improve your life, your mind as well. But getting back to it, mind. I always call it the computer. I always point at it saying your computer up here. I always do. Alright, so it come to me. What do you normally do with a computer to fix it up? If it's getting a bit corrupt or it's not doing what you want. You Control Alt Delete. Alright? If you're a Macintosh person, pretty sure you do Shift Alt and Delete. I can't remember. I'd have to go in my computer and have a look, right? But it's just, who cares, right? At the end of the day, Control Alt Delete is what you do when you want to start again or reset something or get out of it. So what I've been doing, and this works really well, but you've got to be aware when you're thinking like that. So you start thinking a bit shit, right? You're going along all right and something pops into your head. What it could be anything. I don't know what your circumstances are, but it could be anything. Something pops into your head and you start thinking about it, right? Straight away, what I mentioned before, that controls your body's functions, right? It controls your body's chemicals. As soon as you start thinking about it, it starts making up the chemicals to make you feel it, right? And then the vicious circle starts, right? So what I do, when I think of something or I see something or I start talking about someone that's nothing to do with, you shouldn't talk about other people anyway, but everyone's human, and if you start talking about someone, he said this or he shouldn't be doing this, right? If I catch myself doing that now or anything like that, like anything, I say to myself in my head or out loud, it doesn't matter, I don't really care. But if you're in public and you're worried about what people think, you can do it in your head. I go Control Alt Delete, same as any other computer. I'm doing it to my mind, my computer. Control Alt Delete, right? And what's that doing? I'll tell you what that's doing. It's breaking your thought pattern for the microsecond when you're saying Control Alt Delete. Alright? You're not thinking about anything else except for Control Alt Delete. You broke the pattern, right? And then you go back to what you were doing. If what you're doing straight away goes straight back into that same thought again, straight away. So if I go, well, I'll do an example, right? I don't get depressed anymore, but let's just say I was depressed, right? And I was feeling shit because I was thinking shit, right? Turn around, started thinking shit, started feeling a bit depressed. I turn around and I go Control Alt Delete. And then as soon as I go back to not saying Control Alt Delete, go back to normal, I start feeling the same thoughts, thinking the same thoughts, the mind starts chugging away. It hasn't done anything. Control Alt Delete, hasn't done anything. So I keep saying it, Control Alt Delete, Control Alt Delete. Have a listen, no, still out, Control Alt Delete, Control Alt Delete. And while I'm doing Control Alt Delete, come back, still there, still feeling depressed, Control Alt Delete, Control Alt Delete. Come back, still there, still feeling depressed. What I'm doing while I'm saying Control Alt Delete, I'm trying to think of something positive to think about while I'm saying Control Alt Delete. In my mind, I'm trying to think of something else to think about. Control Alt Delete, like riding the motorbike here. I know. Control Alt Delete, Control Alt Delete. Thinking about something else, and then have a listen. See, but don't listen to think if you're feeling depressed again. Just Control Alt Delete, Control Alt Delete, and then try and keep the thought that you were thinking while you were saying Control Alt Delete going. And then you do that, right? And it doesn't happen straight off, but the more you do it, the easier it becomes and the longer it lasts. Control Alt Delete, Control Alt Delete, right? It doesn't work straight away. You got to keep doing it, but that's part of discipline, isn't it? It's part of discipline, isn't it? You got to help yourself. You have to help yourself. Alright, so Control Alt Delete, and then you do that, and I'll tell you something, right? Yeah, once you get a little bit into that and you start feeling your body too, because you'll know your body's chemical reaction when you start doing it, and you start changing your thought while you're doing it, and you come out of Control Alt Delete, you actually start feeling your body chemicals are different. You're not feeling as depressed. You're not feeling as bad as what you were. If it starts working, right? I'd even go as far as to saying, if you're saying Control Alt Delete, while you're saying it, put your shoulders back and up high and put your chest out, and try and put a smile on your face while you're saying Control Alt Delete. Right? Try and do all these things, because it changes, even the way you stand and the way you sit controls how you feel, and it makes the chemicals. Because if you're slumped over and your shoulders down, your body's going, your nervous system's going, oh look, he must be depressed, he must be sad, because he's sitting the way he sits when he is sad and depressed. So let's keep them chemicals going, right? So Control Alt Delete, keep your shoulders up or whatever, walk around happy. Even do what I do, mate, go for a run, do gym, because gym helps people as well, because it's not what you do when you're feeling crap, is it? You don't go to gym if you're feeling depressed and shit. You just stay at home and you go and hide, or you don't want to do anything. You don't go to gym, right? That's why we go to gyms, and that's why we exercise, and that's why we push ourselves when we're feeling like crap, because that's what changes you. That's what changes your chemicals in your body, and it makes you feel better, right? Take my word for it. I know all about this stuff, right? So for me anyway, I know it works. So you got to change the chemicals in your body. You got to change the way you think, right? So remember what I said to you. Give it a go. Control Alt Delete. Give it a go. Listen to this part of this video again. You don't have to watch the whole lot. Go to the end and listen to this again and get reminded what you need to do. Because if you do it, you push yourself, like I always do in my vlogs. If you push yourself and you do hard things, and hard things means thinking differently and eating differently and doing all these things, you won't be depressed, or you will be feeling pretty good about yourself, let me tell you. Because life is only how you see it, it's how you look at it, alright? Everyone looks at it differently. Remember what I said. The same life, the same things that you're doing are liked by some people and hated by others because of a single thing: your mind and what you think about it. Alright, Control Alt Delete. Okay, well, that's the end of the vlog. That's the end of this episode. I was saying all this while I was ran on the motorbike, and it didn't work, so I've had to do this voiceover because I just felt like I needed to get this message out. Once it comes to my head, as I say, I'd like to tell you all about it. So until next week, take care of yourselves, and remember, there's always someone out there thinking of you. Alright, look forward to seeing you next week. Give me a thumbs up this time, eh? Anyway, take care, guys, girls. See you later.